on this wonderful Thursday night. Oh, salud. Some people are taking sips of beer. Jeff, enjoy. Got Bill in the house, Abraham, Tesosomok, Michael, Generalissimo, Brian, Franco, DG Clearing. It's going to be great tonight. This is awesome. I have some new shit. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm taking a sip from my New Yorican mug, right? That was my design there in collaboration with Puerto Rican Flags Up. Take a sip. And I wrote a poem about the Statue of Liberty, right? I was inspired to write something about the Statue of Liberty. I thought it was going to be something like revolutionary and crazy, and it turned out to be a love poem. Let's see if we're ready to go live on YouTube, Facebook, all over the world. We are live. Welcome, everybody, to the New Yorican Poets Cafe Open Mic Thursday night. My name is LaBruja, and I am your hostess tonight. We're going to get into some poetry. I have my New Yorican mug, and I wrote a little something about the Statue of Liberty. And, being La Bruja, I'm, very revolutionary, but I have other dimensions to me. So it turned into a love poem. And who doesn't love a poem about love, right? Come on. How's everybody feeling? Are you feeling lovely out there? Are you feeling lovely? Let me see you. Woo-hoo-hoo! It's going to be great. Yes, yes. So here we go. Here we go. This is called Statue of Your Liberties. Chisel yourself into my raw quarried love. Make me your marveled marble masterpiece. I want to be the statue of your liberties, shining the torch of passion's light for ships that set their sail at night. Drape tender touches on my neck, raise my head up with kiss and peck, crown me queen supreme, love being. Carve an eternal smile on my lips. Let my eyes tell the song of bliss. I want to be your saving grace, fulfilled wish. Let my perched feet press upon your pedestal, stand in your tsunami with poetry to my bosom, blossoming kindness upon you like rain. My flame will show love to set sea again. You rarely see me do love poems. I know that's a fact. So we're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. We have such a wonderful list tonight. If tonight is your first time ever performing a poem, please let me know so I can sing the Pop the Cherry song to you. If it's a new poem like I just did, let us know and we will all say new shit. Because that's a blessing when you're making new shit. That's great. Even though old shit is good too. And if we've never heard of it before, it's new to us. So it's still cool. But as long as you keep it flowing. So you have about 5 minutes to do your thing. If you finish your piece by the fourth minute, don't do no new shit. That's a good time to close it up. Let everybody know what you're doing, what you're working on, your final words to the world. And no nudity allowed, but you can be as vulnerable as you want to be. No hate speech unless it's about Trump and what's going on in America. Those kind of poems are so welcome here. We would like to thank our sponsors, National Endowment for the Arts, Council on the Arts, New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, New York Community Trust. And if you'd like to make a donation, please visit newyorican.org and contribute. Tomorrow night, the New Yorican is gonna release the 7th episode of Beatniks Night. Now, before all this pandemic happened, I had created this series. It was a monthly series, and we started it in September, featuring Latinx artists in the beatnik tradition, always wearing black, bringing back the whole snap, snap, snap. It was so cool. We had musicians, we had so many people, even our Monday night guest, Uh, Monday night host, Advocate of Words, was a guest, and even Pedro Pietri's son, Spiro Pietri, performed his poetry. And so tomorrow night at 7 p.m., we're going to release that episode. So check in on Zoom, watch it live with all of us, and get your beatniks night on. All right, so where are we at? Let's go into this chat. Oh my God, Monica Berger. Oh yeah, let the withdrawn in. He's in the waiting room. Oh, I see you, Joski C. Oh, Paul con queso para los necios. Luis Pavong. Oh my God, an overdose. Oh, it's gonna be so great. Nick Paleologos. I love that name. All right, so I'm gonna put this all in the chat. Here we go. And who's first up to bat? Let us see all of that. Michael Sindler, and then followed by Bill Elkins. Let's get into it. Woo! Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready?
Hello. Yeah. A lot of familiar faces here.
What's up?
I will get on with some hate, but it's all punching up. So that's allowed. It's called Thin Blind Line. All the people in the street, some righteous, some not. Black Lives Matter, angry voices cry out. Cops in combat gear lined up opposing them. The demonstrators are infiltrated by Proud Boys, extremists vying to instigate violence, fires lit in dumpsters, windows broken, random looting. Their goal is to discredit the movement. How many more deaths of BIPOC people is it going to take to wake up legislators? Justice is a myth for many. They are killed like animals. Their killers are protected by police labor unions and the thin blue line of hypocrites making mockery of the words serve and protect. No excuse, no explanation changes the fundamental truth of the matter. Black lives are expendable in all too many police officers' eyes. Any and everything is suspicious. Any question demands swift response, often fatal. Reason and compassion demand change, but stubborn bonds of institutional racism prevail, with Trump's very fine trolls and terrorists tagging along, undermining the essence of democracy, thriving on fear, vengeful towards those who want only equality, just a chance to live. Why is this so much to ask? Why is xenophobia so widespread in the so-called land of the free? Your guess is as good as mine, since reason has been undermined. But I know one thing: zealots and terrorist militias must be stopped if liberty and equality are to win. And that's an Abyssinian poem, so it's like every this line starts with the next letter of the alphabet.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
like
so awesome.
and if I get a
Say,
little
say what that is again for those people that don't know. 'Cause I even don't know.
Abyssinian, so it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, each line all the way down. And I'm going to try and get one more in here. It's called Color My World.
Sure, yo.
First, color my world with the invisible, the essential, the incorruptible. Grab the widest of brushes and dip it deep into compassion, swirling it until every bristle is saturated. Make wild, sure strokes across the background of being. Cover it thickly of viscous gesso, grounding all that will float and flow upon its surface. Let it dry slowly with the warm breath of love, freeing vapors of longing, rising and disappearing into waning clouds of thought. Sand it gently with empathy until its soft, smooth surface contains no crevasse, crack, or outcropping in which the dusty particles of doubt may find purchase. And then color my world with all shades human, every hue born from every clime. Color my world with the cross-pollination of lovers who leave convention behind. Color it with the shape and shade of every tribe. Color it with strands and curls and ringlets, with fuzz and stubble and wild cowlicks. Color it with millennium and melanin. Color it with freckles and tans and birthmarks, with rashes and sunspots and scars, with albinism and vitiligo. Color my world chocolate, saffron, annatto, and peach. Color it oat, wheat, cumin, pecan, and chickpea. Color it delicious. Color my world raw umber, burnt sienna, burnished copper, dimpled bronze. Color it smooth amber and saturated coral. Color it pale chalk, glimmering sand, and fragile rust. Color it hard and strong, soft and malleable, cold and warm, and always beautiful. And then color my world with every chroma, every pigment of plant and plumage. Color it deep forest and shocking chartreuse green. Color it swaying poppy, slithering salamander, and fluttering cardinal red. Color it bold sunflower and tart citrus yellow. Color it ripe cut melon, darting goldfish, and roaring tiger orange. Color it resting robin's egg, scampering scarab, fluttering morpho wing, and clear waving water blue. Color it drooping wisteria plump grape and slow sea snail purple. Color it striped and spotted and spiked and rounded. Color it kaleidoscopic. Color it subtle and brilliant, pastel and iridescent. Color it contrasting and complementary. Color it microscopic. Color it vast. Color it a rainbow encircling the horizon. Color it wisdom. Color it passion. Color it intellect. Color it faith. Color it action. Color it thought. Color it everything. Color it now. But most of all, with every stroke, with every movement, with every touch, color it love.
Ooh, goes on. I realize just what you mean. That's great. Thank you, Michael.
Thank
That's
you.
Color My World right there, Chicago. I love that song. That was like one of the first like inspirations on the piano when I was learning as a kid. But thank you for all those beautiful colors of love. All right, all right. Bill Elkins is up next, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear what love Bill Elkins is bringing to the table. Oh, let's unmute him. Ask to unmute Bill Elkins.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
How
What you
are
got
you,
for us
LaBrujas?
tonight, Bill?
How are you doing? Good?
I'm doing great.
Great. Okay. All right. I like to do a cover song, Dylan cover song. I hope everybody likes it. Sad-Eyed Lady of the Lowlands. Here we go. With your mercury mouth in the missionary time, and your eyes like smoke, and your prayers like rhymes, and your silver cross, and your voice like chimes. Who among them do they think could bury you? With your pockets well protected at last, and your streetcar visions which you placed on the grass, and your flesh like silk, and your face like glass. Who among them do they think could carry you? Sad-eyed lady of the lowland, where the sad-eyed prophet says that no man come. My warehouse eyes, my Arabian drum. Should I leave them by your gate, or sad-eyed lady, should I wait? With your sheets like metal, and your belt like lace, and your deck of cards, missing the jack and the ace, and your basement closed, and your hollow face. Who among them could think he could outguess you with your silhouette when the sunlight dims into your eyes, where the moonlight swims, and your matchbook songs and your gypsy hymns. Who among them would try to impress you? Sad-eyed lady of the lowland, where the sad-eyed prophets say that no man come. My warehouse eyes, my Arabian drum. Should I leave them by your gate, or sad-eyed lady, should I wait? The kings of Tyrus with their convict list are waiting in line for their geranium kiss, and you wouldn't know it would happen like this. But who among them really wants just to kiss you with your child, with your childhood flames on your midnight rug, and your Spanish manners, and your mother's drugs, and your cowboy mouth, and your curfew plugs? Who among them do you think could resist you? Sad-eyed lady of the lowland, where the sad-eyed prophets say that no man come. My warehouse eyes, my Arabian drum. Should I leave them by your gate, or sad-eyed lady, should I wait?
I'm gonna join you.
The businessmen, they all lived this life to show you the dead angels that they used to hide.
Pull out your
But
instruments.
why did they pick you to sympathize with their side? Oh, how did they ever mistake you? They wish you accepted the blame for the farm.
Bill Elkins is going over time, so I must interfere.
With the child
But
of
it's lovely, Bill Elkins.
wrapped
Thank
up
you
in your
for
arms.
singing
How
about the ladies'
ever persuade you?
eyes. Thank you, Bill. We gotta cut you off, Bill. I'm sorry. Going too long, but it was lovely. Everybody give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank
Sorry.
you. All right, all right. Sad-eyed lady. All right. Angel Masuko's not in the room. I don't see Angel Masuko. If you're here under another alias, please let me know and we will unmute you. Otherwise, we're going with DG Clearing. What's the deal? What's the deal?
Can you hear me there?
Yes.
Hi, everybody. I'm DG Clearing. I'm from Annash, Wisconsin. I'm just outside of Green Bay. And I just have to thank Nicorian Cafe for letting me read. I think it's such an honor to read here. Thank you so much. I have 2 short poems tonight. Healthcare workers are forced to wear the same protective gear for full shifts and sometimes for days when they should be used only for one patient. Masks are one of the most effective protective measures, and I'm so sorry. Let's try that again. We're just going to start from the top. This poem is called 13 Hours at a Time. The jailer makes me wear a mask. My face is covered. You can only see my eyes. Metal bands crimp my nose with pain. My ears fetter with cords. My hands are bound with nitrile. 13 hours at a time. I gasp. My heart races. Taunt against my face. The straps cut at my cheekbones. Blisters grow and pop from the infections. Serum oozes to my mouth. The taste is sweet and vile. Salt is mined from the sweat. Deposited in my eyes, I am almost blinded. Bruised and beaten impressions are made. My captor is cruel. When will the jailer release me? Thank you. Second poem, agricultural workers are 3 times more likely to contract COVID-19. Many are afraid to get tested or let their employers know they have it, fearing that they'll lose their jobs or be deported. Some large agricultural farms reported that 100% of their workers have COVID-19. This is George. Kittleson Farms is one of the biggest in the valley. Right now, we're cutting broccoli. It's hard work. We stand about 40 across in rows. We work right next to each other. George was coughing all day. He probably has the virus. We don't want to say we're sick. They'll make you work anyways. Definitely don't call in. You'll get fired. They'll say you quit. You're put on the list. Everybody in the valley gets it. No one will hire you. As long as I can remember, my family is picked here. There's 7 of us in our house. 4 kids, grandma, she has asthma. My wife has diabetes, but she works in the fields. Our oldest daughter, 22, in a wheelchair. They're all at risk. We're so afraid of bringing COVID home. What if they get it? They could die. What happens if mama or me are sick or die? Who will take care of them? We can't afford not to work. Thank you.
DG Clearing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow, isn't that the truth? My gosh.
It really is.
For that. You know, if you think about it too hard, you know, you can really cry.
I do cry over it. It's so sad.
Well, I hope that, you know, this community right here gives you some respite, and thank you for sharing your truth with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Much love. DG Clearing, everybody. Okay, so let's see what Nicholas Correa, aka The Withdrawn, is bringing to the room. Let's unmute The Withdrawn.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I saw you put the PR flags in the chat, so I had to
Hey, my
flex
dude.
with the cup real quick.
My
Hey.
Love it. Thank you.
You.
What you doing for us tonight? What you got in
All right.
that mug though? Is it water like I have?
Yeah, it's water. Water and beer on the side.
I saw a lot of people drinking beer tonight. I saw some
Yeah.
Monica, I think, had a little swig, and Jeff. So
Cute.
what's good?
All right. So I got a piece on that I wrote as a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Um, I called it "Rest in Wakanda." Thank you, Chadwick. Although you weren't the first Black superhero we've ever had, your role as a Black Panther had a major impact on the people of my community. You inspired adults. You inspired kids. Do you understand how amazing it still is to know that they were able to see someone on the big screen who looks just like them? Not only was there a predominantly Black cast, but a Black director. And our women, as you will see, were presented as nothing less than royalty. I can't remember a motion picture where we regulated a whole kingdom, are advanced in technology, are the stars in every single scene. We must pay homage to Stan Lee and Jack Kirby for introducing to us a character that matches our IDs. Thank you, legends, and RIP. Although you are mostly known for this specific hero, I must also thank you for your role in 42. When I was younger, I hated watching films for class because they weren't by choice. But this one I loved and appreciated the fact that I got to learn about Jackie Robinson. I apologize that during the whole 2 hours and 15 minutes of BP, my OCD acted up and I didn't get to fully enjoy the experience the way I wanted. I couldn't help but repeat the many amazing lines and visuals that I just didn't want to forget. I'm slowly learning to manage a mental illness that sometimes robs me of my presence. I'm slowly learning to take it easy, as I don't yet have all the answers. To the cast, you've shown the children that they are already on the throne, that they are the superheroes of their own story, that they can grow into the scientists they want to be, that dressing up because you are proud of your culture is always going to offend somebody here in America, because hatred is unfortunately still running through the veins of those who don't yet and may never understand our greatness. But in the midst of it all, remember that you are loved. So keep doing your thing. This is a movie I will be honored to show my kids. This is a movie that displays more than our pain and suffering. This is a movie that shows our excellence. This movie, drenched in all its blackness, came out and inspired the masses. This movie is more than just a movie. You all did that. And Chadwick, as you rest on your rightfully claimed throne in the heavens, I thank and celebrate you for your time here and what you've done, what you've shown. This isn't the end, because it never is. You know yourself that it's forever. So rest in Wakanda, young king. Rest in Wakanda. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you.
Wakanda forever. Thank you, Nicholas Correa, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you for that beautiful tribute poem. I cried for Chadwick. Oh, I cried.
It's sad. He changed lives, man. It's just, it's wild. You know what I mean? It's just crazy how one individual like him, you know, just the kids I've seen like that were inspired by him, and to see, you know, someone of the African American community do that for us, you know, it's just, and still there's just so many people too, but you know, rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I'm LaBrujas, so I have my own spiritual beliefs, and I believe that the war that we are fighting here on this plane, we needed him in heaven to help us fight. So that's my theory behind it. See you later, the withdrawn.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to Abraham Kamani. Let's unmute Abraham, and then we'll go to Jeff. Abraham, are you in your car, Abraham, looking for signal by a Starbucks? He be doing that, Ndito. If not, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. There is that
All
sound.
right. So
Let's go for it.
audio then.
Mm, sound like you're in a fish tank
Is
a
it
little.
better now?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. If it gets too bad, we'll tell you.
All right. So I have a piece. I have two pieces. One I wrote in dedication to the song "Why Do Fools Fall in Love" by Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. And I imagine that if I met Frankie Lyman, if he were alive,
I'm sorry. I was on mute. I didn't even know. We lost Abraham. He needs to go to Barnes and Nobles. Apparently, the Wi-Fi there is much better. We're gonna go with Jeff. Let's see what Jeff is bringing to the table. Maybe he'll get some signal and join us.
Hey, can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes. Hi there, Jeff. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing good. Nice to see you again, and nice to be here with everybody.
Great. I've got some old shit, but new to a few of you.
I
Some of
told
you
you we'll take it.
Some of you have probably heard me do this on the Monday one. Since the dawn of poetry, for centuries, poets have written verse to the moon, odes to the moon, from the ancients to the romantics. So I wanted to join that tradition. So here is an ode to the moon. Fuck you, moon. Seriously, go bugger yourself, crater face. You think you're so cool up there with all your moon rocks? Dick? Oh, look at me. I'm the moon. I make people turn into werewolves. I make people crazy when I turn full. I use my gravitational pull to cause tidal waves. Frank Sinatra sang songs about me. Michael Jackson did a dance named after me. I run circles around your crappy little planet. Literally. I'm the moon, baby, and you ain't never setting foot on me, sucker. Yeah, well, go suck on a sucking piece of something. Sucko. Stupid moon. How many astronauts have visited you lately? Huh? How many, you pockmarked bastard? Been a while, hasn't it? As in a 47-year while. Why don't the astronauts like you anymore, moon? What did you do to creep them out? Did you say something to offend them? Did they catch you doing it with their significant others? Why doesn't NASA ever call anymore, moon? Maybe it's because you're, I don't know, a big jerk? You're not really made of cheese, but you are cheesy. Remember when Georges Méliès made that movie in which that spaceship hit you in the eye? Well, he should have used a bigger spaceship, one that would have wiped out your whole dumb, stupid face. Or he could have sent up a nuclear bomb and blown you into a million billion moon bits. Except they didn't have nuclear energy back in 1902. Okay, scratch that one. Hey, moon, you know the difference between you and your mom? There's only one man in the moon. Stop peeking in my window every night, you pervert. Somebody ought to moon, you shiny pie-faced wanker. You think you're timeless, but you're just a phase. Percy Shelley once wrote about you. Art thou pale for weariness of climbing heaven and gazing on the earth? Wandering companionless among the stars that have a different birth? Yeah, hear that, moon? Companionless, because who'd be your companion, you lunar loser? It's only a paper moon. See, moon, you're just paper. Well, scissors cuts your paper, and I've got scissors. Hard, quality metal scissors made out of the rock of the earth. And, well, okay, I know they say paper covers rock, but that's bullshit. Rock is strong and crushes paper too. Yeah, stupid moon. You know that Jupiter moon, Io? I hear Io's got more than 400 working volcanoes. Where are your volcanoes, Moon? I hear you used to have some pretty good ones back in the day, but now you've gotten old, Moon, and your volcanoes have dried up into dark Maria, and there ain't no giant cosmic Viagra out there to bring them back. No, sir. You're a jerk, Moon, a complete knee-biter. I'm gonna send you to the moon, Moon! You sun-reflecting, tide-causing, total-eclipsing, poet-inspiring, who-drumming, crater-hoarding, river-widening, flying bicycle backdrop scenery supplying, monolith-hiding son of a fucking fuck-faced, fuck-headed fucker. Think about that next time you beat me at Pinochle. That was my beautiful ode to the moon. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. Wow. The moon was full yesterday. Full of what? I don't know. Thank you so much, Jeff Cottrell, everybody. Woo! I feel like singing a song to the sun. We're gonna go to Rich Glennon. Sonny, thank you for the poem that you wrote about the moon. Sun people, where you at? Where you at?
Hi, Bruja.
Hi, Rich.
Hi, everybody.
What's going on? What's good?
Oh, nothing. I'm gonna read, I guess, four short poems that I wanted to read Monday, but I didn't sign up the right way. So they're gonna be four animal poems. Okay, so the first one is called Cat Gazing. All right, cat gazing. Guess how this cat's sleeping, she calls from the bathroom. Since he was completely on his back before, my guess is that he's half on his back, half on his side. He's galloping like a horse, she responds, confirming my wrongness. Confused, I walk into the bedroom. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, that's cat gazing. This one is called Big Eyes. Don't give me that face, I say to the cat, who's giving me concerned face because I'm spreading the blanket he's partially lying on over my exposed foot. Don't give me that face, or I'll give you a face. He settles his chin on his paw after this threat, and somehow closes eyes two blankets couldn't cover.
Meow.
Exactly. This one is called Wings. All right, Wings. As I scrape with a fork what's left of the cold rotisserie chicken, I'm reminded of my great aunt who preferred the wings whenever grandma made chicken in the oven. It clicked only when I got older how little meat was on the wings compared to the thighs and drumsticks. The breast I need not bring up. It belonged to Grandpa. That she ate what we didn't want makes me wonder if my great aunt felt like she belonged. If settling for those skimpy limbs was her attempt at keeping the peace, skirting company she was born into by not making a fuss. And as I turn over the chicken corpse and prod a strange section that looks like it could be meat, I imagine my great aunt chewing a prayer for the wings she's ingesting to one day sprout from her rounded back and carry her bones far from the roars that silenced her and into the breast of a kinder clan. Thank you. And last poem, just to kind of take the sad taste out of everybody's mouth, is called Line at the Bakery. Line at the Bakery. The line at the bakery dangled out the door and turned left down the block past the Carvel, like a giant tongue belonging to a dog who went to Paris once and now thinks he's too good for Carvel. All right, thank you. That's all I got.
Rich, you are absolutely a poet. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
thank you.
that.
Likewise. Your work,
Thank
your poem earlier was wonderful.
Oh, thanks. Rich Glennon, everybody. Everybody's like, yo, when's that book popping out? Before the baby or after the baby? What are you doing?
I'd like to know. Talk to some of these publishers. Let them know.
All right, Rich Glennon. I didn't wait for a publisher, I'll tell you that much. I just self-published and still to this day, I'm in anthologies. Okay, so we missed Angel up at the top, but Angel has joined us. So let's unmute Angel Masuko.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for getting me in here. This first one is dedicated to someone, but I'm not going to say who it's dedicated to until the end. Okay.
Oh, okay, I was about to say boo. Okay.
Nah, you're going to know. All right. It's called #I pledge. I pledge allegiance to the righteous idea of the United States of America, and to the concept of social equity, and to the goal that all will be free. I pledge allegiance to the raw transformation of the fatally flawed United States and the inauguration of the era when laws are enforced without regard to race. I pledge allegiance to the birth of new norms that shock the mind as they even the score. Like the basic minimum income code that Martin Luther King proposed when he united Black and white to fight against the poverty wrought by the right, and jobs for all people guaranteed, and the end of qualified immunity, and justice as fate for all without debate, such as psychiatric treatment for the sick who abuse and controlled by each woman of her natural right to choose. I pledge allegiance to the radical change that doesn't exist on the current US stage. But we do have a choice, and it's continued degradation or Biden and Harris who begin our transformation. This poem is dedicated to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And
Thank you, Angel. Let everybody know where to follow you. I know we're up against some serious evil, and then we have these militias running around. I'm like, shit is about to hit the fan. But you know,
I got no place to be followed yet except here. I have nothing. I have no social media, so I'm working on YouTube. So I'm hoping to get there. So thank you so much for listening.
Sweetheart. Much love to you. All right, so let's go to Tesosomok. Tesosomok. Summon the god that is Tesosomok. Unmute the god.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right,
Hello,
let me switch backgrounds on you. So this next piece is going to be published in Good Cop, Bad Cop from Flower Press Song Publishing, and they accepted the last poem I did last time, and then also Wind Across My Window. This piece is titled The Violent Guilt and Shame. We are the survivors. We are the evidence of their crimes. They don't want us as a reminder of what they did. John Trudell. And now it is the winter. It is winter in America. It is the summer of our discontent. The American colonial project clouds the view of our past. In naturalizing nature, we take the right to life, the sovereign liberty, and we take the property and diminish its power. These people, they are so naive, so free with their property. If you ask them, they gladly share it with you. Quote, they would make fine servants with 50 men. We could subjugate them all and make them do whatever we want. Unquote, Christopher Columbus. You see, it's not satisfied with merely holding people in its grips, but wants to empty their brains of form and content. In cynicism, it turns to the past of the oppressed people and distorts, disfigures, and destroys. As if Frederick handed Fanon his words, the people must realize power gives nothing away for nothing. The system works because it doesn't work. It is a system of exploitation in its brutal form, which comes with guns and reinscription of territory with its cadastral maps and its 11th century juridical appropriations. It occurs in subtle ways: a loan, food aid, blackmail, rendering a few to dictate over the masses in the name of civilization. Today, we can't see the obfuscated facade of neoisms. It was easy to see the whites only, no Mexicans or no dogs or Mexican signs. Quote, southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees, pastoral scene of the gallant south, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh, then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is the fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rot, for the trees to drop. Here is a strange and bitter crop. Quote, Abo Maripol. Today, as survivors, we are constantly met with our oppressors' explosive outbursts of anger, their hypervigilance, and their intense sense of alienation. The theft of the land as eidetic dreams are re-experienced as historical collective traumatization, reinscribed on their bodies. The eidetic dream of role reversal that the marginal people of color will inflict the same on the deed holder. The Americana of doublespeak, the motive of split self, the territorial telluric killer and the righteous narrator of Western civilization. The perpetrator trauma is unchecked, left only with more violence, no more collective desensitization or reprocessing, no time perspective therapy. The perpetrator trauma of historical genocides have not delivered on the economic, cultural, psychological reparations promised by atonement and forgiveness. Today, when we make claims to authenticity, to culture, to language, to property, to power, we are met with renewed acts of violence, outbursts of anger, engendering domestic violence and street crime against our claims as first people, first nations, first stewards of the land and the people. We are met with the collective emotional numbness of the Jews will not replace us, the estrangement and apathetic violence of grab them by the pussy. And when asked by an anthropologist what the Indians called America before the white man came, an Indian said simply, ours. Vine DeLorean.
Woo! Tesosomok, laying it down. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. I was asking myself about Africa too. Like, what was Africa called before Africa? Like, what?
Ours.
Ours. Thank you so much for your
Thank you guys.
Much love. Powerful. Okay, let's see now. Oh, Abraham is back in the room. He wants us to give him another chance. He thinks he's got better signal. Let's unmute Abraham and see what's good. And then we go with Joski C. Yeah. To think that we have that's a quote from our president and on recording. So crazy. Grab her by the pussy. That's insane.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, so I have two pieces. They're both brand new. The first one I wrote in dedication to Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, called Why Do Fools Fall in Love. It was a song that they made back in the 50s. And I have a question for him if he were alive today. And it's simply called A Question for Mr. Lyman. So tell me, Mr. Lyman, why do fools fall in love? Is it because a young girl is dying to have her heart broken by a flock of birds who sing so gay to each other about their hormones racing in a rush to see who will be the first to quickly race the 15-second orgasm inside her vagina with no G-strings attached? Please tell me why, Mr. Lyman. Why does the heart of a young boy skip a crazy beat in the midnight hour? When he heard it through the grapevine while riding long, tall Sally's Mustang, he knocked up Annie, Gloria, Laura, Lucille, and Maybelline on the same day. Oh, and I forgot to mention how he fell for the oldest birth control trick in the book when sweet Georgia Brown told him she was on menopause. Now, Mr. Lyman, don't you think your question should have been asked a little differently? Like, why do fools fall in lust in a suicide attempt to find love, only to find themselves in a trap house, held as prisoners of their own flesh, putting up no defense against their sexual addictions? All the while children are left behind as casualties of broken relationships? I tell you, Mr. Lyman, each night I say a little prayer for these young chickens to stop shacking up in coops and have a little more respect for each other's bodies and their own. That these deadbeat roosters will stop prematurely shooting down the hen's eggs with secreted bullets before the chicks are ready to hatch. That the roosters and hens will not abort their financial and emotional responsibilities to sustain life, be they remain together or part ways. But I am so interested in hearing your response from a 13-year-old perspective. So tell me, Mr. Lyman, why do fools fall in love? And that was the first piece. The second piece is called Keyboard Warrior, and this is just about how I use electronic devices and the English language to fight for social justice. It's called Keyboard Warrior. You could call me a keyboard warrior, a revolutionary wordsmith, a professional code breaker, making an honest living off of unlocking passwords to freedom, liberty, and justice with countless usernames of Black men, women, and children gone but not forgotten. I hear their inner voices say, check the inbox to always remember me, hashtagging white supremacists of all colors and ethnicities in and out of uniform with semicolon cancer, punching their numbered days, leaving imprinted question marks inside of their heads, keeping the answer to myself until the day I pull the plug, ending their life sentences with a period. Afterwards, I will verbally assassinate their characters with negative adjectives in front of nouns to make a perfectly clear exclamation point that all domestic terrorists have got to go. Examples given in parentheses include, but are not limited to, pigs, politricksters, and president, you know whose name I will not say. As a sign of blatant disrespect to white supremacy, in conjunction with their obituaries, I will create tombstones in their dishonor, typing in quotation marks with caps lock 4 simple words: all Black lives matter. No slashes, no hyphens, no underscores necessary. Just enough space for us to engrave our names is needed to proudly claim responsibility for burying the dry bones of a racist system 6 feet underground, once and for all, to socially distance ourselves from this lifelong pandemic. P.S. If you ever experience trouble shooting down Trump's tower, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I will gladly assist you in rebooting your electronic device, free of any charge, to get the job done. Thank you.
Woo! Abraham, thank you. We feel you. We feel you. We feel your words. You are definitely a revolutionary. Thank you for those powerful truths. And, you know, we struggle to hear. The connection is bad, but your power still comes through. Just know that you are not silenced and that we are here for you, for all of it. Thank you so much. Okay.
We guys get to hear it for the most part?
Yes. You were heard. You're definitely heard. Thank you, Abraham Kamani. Now we're going to go to Joski C. Joski C.
Bruja. Hola.
Here to hear Joski C. Joski C.
Can
What you singing for me? What you going to do for us tonight, Joski?
Bruja, can you hear me?
Yes.
Coming through. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Good to see you. I wrote a new song.
Ooh, new shit from Joski.
Yep, yep. Some new shit. And this is called Vote. Vote if you love yourself. Vote if you love anyone else. Time to make changes. Open up the cages. Vote, there's too much to lose. Vote, it's time for us to choose. A vote for the ages. Open up the cages. Free the children. Jail the president. We are all migrants traveling through time, hoping to build something kind. Vote if you love this earth. Vote 'cause we all have worth. It's time to make changes. Open up the cages. Free the children, jail the president. We are all migrants traveling through time, hoping to build something kind. Vote for our rainbow skin. Vote for your melanin. Vote for the ages. Open up the cages. Let the children play. It'll be a brighter day. Free the children, jail the president.
Woo! Joski C.
Thank you, Bruja.
Jail the president.
Isn't it the truth, though? Oh, yeah. It's what we got to do.
He's so corrupt. I'm saying, like, at this point, he shouldn't even be allowed to run again. Like, my God, this is ridiculous. I can't even believe that we're coming to this point. And then all the, like, sabotaging our mailing system, our voting system. It's just disgusting.
Do I have time to shoot a super quick poem at you?
Super quick? Why not? Go for it, Joski. See?
Hang on, I got to get the thing.
Let's all sing that hook. Anybody else want to sing that hook? Jail the president. the cages. His high notes were so soft. It was so. Come on, Joski C. Get that poem going. Otherwise, we got to keep it flowing.
Okay, Bruja, let's move on. I apologize for that
It's
one,
okay.
and I'll shoot it at you next time.
We love
Thank you so
Joski
much.
C, everybody, with that new bomba for ya. Toma, Mr. President. Ugh, unbelievable the times we're living in. So right now, let's go to Jennifer Yancey. Let's unmute Jennifer. Rose Gold.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, yes. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm doing all right.
What you gonna do for us tonight?
2 quick pieces. The first piece is called Color Skis. You want me to genuflect to the red, white, and blue. Well, many of you patriots never even wore green. I spent 2 decades outfitted in olive drab. That's patriotism enough for me. Patriotism, the very definition of which you perverted to advance your colonial agendas. You made yourselves dizzy, dancing the time warp again, envisioning chasing us on horseback, shotgun in one hand, Bible in the other. Because you, the other, doesn't want to see another, those of vibrant color, mix and mingle with each other. Speaking of color, what does green really represent besides money? A union of yellow and blue. The latter, a field on Old Glory bespeckled with 50 of its finest properties. A color of perseverance and justice. But the founders weren't informed that Lady Justice's scales need to be recalibrated. And what of yellow? It's that streak running down the backs of the keyboard courageous harbingers of hate, and the overseers spilling black men's red blood out here in these streets, and the old white male politicos using their platforms to shift history into reverse, giving us melanated peoples nothing but the blues. So tell me again how we're colorblind. Thank you.
Ooh, ooh.
That's my first one.
Going.
The second one I wrote just after the 2016 election is called Asylum. The inmates are about to take over the asylum, where in our generation there is barely a pulse. While you roll over and play dead, they threaten to take what others have died for, wresting it from your white-knuckled grasp like the densest of beasts. This battle is not for the faint of heart. We are embarking upon another senseless war. Wake up, everybody, from your comatose state. They're attempting to rewrite your narrative as you slumber. You should have already known, but failed, to arm yourself with the knowledge of your own history. And one day too late, you will wake up and wonder, what's going on? The message could not be clearer. They wait with bated breath for our self-destruction, with their generalizations that we're a collective Sodom and Gomorrah living in the city. You cannot stand by tight-lipped and with a blind eye to what's happening in your country, then wonder, why can't we be friends? Patriotism is not something you choose to pull off the shelf, dust off and brandish as a weapon when someone doesn't agree with you. Not every revolution involved armed resistance, but revolution was never won with gentility. You choose to stay bound, you have accepted the status quo. You decide to sleep, you willingly deny the truth. You make the choice to remain stuck, you will never again be open to enlightenment. None of this should be if we collectively understand our power, but you choose to sit on the sidelines content in the myth that the revolution will not be televised, that we've arrived, all the while still being denied. Gil Scott-Heron was right. The revolution will be live. Will you? Thank you.
Rose Gold. dropping those gems. Thank you so much. All right, so now we're gonna go with Xanadu, and then Phil, aka Midnight, and then Overdose. We got a lot of people on this list. We're gonna keep it going, keep it flowing. Put your info in the chat. Rose Gold, please. And let's unmute Xanadu. Xanadu. There you go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is another performance dedicated to Black Lives Matter. In fact, Al Sharpton, maybe the successor of Martin Luther King, and it's a mouth mask synthesizer performance. Yeah, I wear this. Maybe my voice is a little bit changed by the mouth mask.
Yes,
it's called mouth mask synthesizer. So I will read some poems from Paraguay. The first one, a statue, a jumping horse incited by its rider who points his swords forwards as to next victory of the century. Pedestal shows the equestrian giant as at a historical distance, far from today's fancy horse riding. Untitled, it remains an anachronism in between busy barrios and silent places. So it's from Asunción. And the next one, Plaza de la Democracia, is a square in Asunción. Plaza de la Democracia is about to be changed by a couple of red stone redressing structures made from construction, possibly adding to art of women and nature. The former is present by 5 Paraguayan girls entertaining each other on one of the structures while they are still wearing uniform of their school education. Nature surprises in trees with violet flowers all around the square, if not La Pacho trees, then possibly family trees. Noises of construction, deconstruction at night mirror the sounds of manifestations par la mañana, in the morning. Then again, I visited a museum, of course, in Asunción, the Museo de Bellas Artes. And there I saw this painting by Hector de Ponte, Puerto de Asunción, Harborscape. I call the poem Harborscape. Classical edifices dot the seascape, filled up by simple houses in green, blue, yellow, brown. Harbor at rest in mild weather, and only a couple of ships moving along the silent water. Center horizon divides sea from land, next city from sky, and it is in between where the painting develops and evolves like enlarged details of human activity on a giant globe. Women in Nature is a poetic portrayal of Roberto Holdenjara Parejara. That's maybe the name of the game that is described in the poem. Woman in Nature. Group of Guarani in flat landscape, 8 people surrounding a game of jewelry they play in foreground. Men and women in simple unisex of shorts are all captured by common activity in their center. The solid figures seem happy and satisfied with their lives. Nature and pastime party tightens up their days. Their pleasure of harmony is enhanced by joy of diversion. Next one, Riverscape, if there is some time. Is there still some time for another poem?
One more. Everybody's pulling out their dictionaries to keep up with you.
Yeah, okay, yes. Again, Hector de Ponte. I explained 1870, 1956. So he's in quite famous painter in Paraguay. The poem is called Riverscape. Giant rocks high, low moon down, when ship with 2 men show human measures, succumb to majesty of red-brown landscape, when liquid is lowered by power of solid rocks of massive loads. That's it.
Thank you, Xanadu.
I would like to invite everyone to an open mic in Paris. Yeah, it's not hosted by me, but I know there's an open mic in Paris, so you can join on Monday or Tuesday. I guess the online mic is on Tuesday.
Yeah, you better do it on Tuesday.
2 p.m. in USA time.
Thank you, Xanadu. Ooh
Yeah,
la
and if you
la,
would
in
like to buy
Paris.
a
Get on
book,
that open mic poetry.
would you like to buy? If you would like to buy a book, could buy this book.
Okay, thank you. Put all that
Okay, thanks.
information in the chat,
Yeah, I
Xanadu.
put it in the chat. Okay, thank you very
Thank
much, Lavoya.
you. Okay, let's go to Phil Midnight. Philip J. Curtis, aka Midnight. Wow, spoken word in Paris.
Bruja, what's up?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing? Oh, you got your Mets hat on.
Well, Tom Seaver, you got to give the love. Even Yankee fans got to give love for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. 2 haikus and a piece. In these trying times, hungry kids, rent overdue. EBT declined. Tell sons and daughters, I tell my 50+ self, no hoodies past 8. Here's a piece. 4 friends dealing with the absurdities of living in New York City without one brown or black person in the vicinity. Seinfeld, the show about nothing. But I know you're here to hear something, but this too will be a poem about nothing. Just me tripling the length of a minute, taking the news and review, sharing my point of view. They said it's a possibility that white America will become the minority by the year 2043. Ring the alarm. Caucasians are already up in arms. But could it be a possibility that they're a little leery about this probability because throughout history, minorities have been treated rather differently? Mic check. If Facebook were a country, the 1.3 billion logging in monthly would make it the 3rd largest. Overpopulation, which reminds me of government subsidized housing. From Brooklyn to the BX, we call it the projects, where rats are as big as cats, homeless in hallways, if only the litter were edible. And drug deals. Drug deals flow steadier than running water. As slumlords collect rent and repairs fall on deaf ears. Crown Gardens, Promise Towers, Ocean Hill and Brownsville, all the way up to Riverdale and Kingsbridge. Complexes camouflaged with pretty building names. Streets that have little people that look like kids. Too small to be full grown, but grown from the things exposed. Because in the inner city, bullets are sometimes an endless melody. Loved ones waiting for an ambulance to arrive in an area where there's no chance for survival. As paramedics instantly become undertakers and bloodstains remain in concrete cement. Question how Al, Pookie, and Boo Boo be? The response becomes a eulogy as Black mothers' tears maintain green grass and graveyards. Mic check. Dreamt, the only English word that ends with the letter MT. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to join this young man and woman in holy matrimony. Stop, pause, 10 hours prior, 50 shots fired. His fiance and newborn dreamt of lifelong celebrations, not painful memories of another Black man gunned down by the age of 23. See, there seems to be no justice when it's just us, where you can hear a juror questioning, what is all the ruckus over crack-headed niggas? 5 police officers acquitted because what they did was nothing. Police called on Black folks trying to enjoy everyday living. Becky and Karen justifying their actions since the White House has become a sanctuary of racism where folks speak out publicly. 4 friends dealing with the absurdities of living in New York City without one brown or Black person in the vicinity. Seinfeld, the show about nothing. Again, I know you came here to hear something, but this was just a poem about nothing.
That was certainly something, that poem about nothing. Thank you, Phil, aka Midnight. Your haikus are dope, your poetry is dope. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's go to Overdose right now. Back in the days, Overdose used to host open mics over here in the Boogie Down Bronx and Castle Hill. Over here, I'm in Soundview, and sometimes he'd invite me to host, definitely to perform. He has a baby. His baby's gonna be doing poetry in two months, I think. Let's unmute Overdose. Is he in the building? Let's go. I don't see. Where is he?
Hello?
There you go. Hi.
What's going on? What's going on, bro? How's
How
everything?
you doing?
Bill, where the hat with pride, brother?
I know you're a big Mets fan.
Put it down. So tonight I'm gonna do a couple of hip hop bars, but I'm gonna do a spoken word style. All right, here we go. My old man always told me to play my cards right. Depend on my peoples when things get tight. Pay attention to the board and never lose focus. Don't worry about the core. Real men never protest. Work with what you got, straight up and never fade. Man with no heart can always cut with a spade. Front with a blade, get stuck if he paid. Bitch asses covered up, shit, I stand in the rain. Demanding the pain cause it put me at ease and I stayed like the wind cause I stayed blowing trees. It's funny the way you changed when living in hell. I couldn't stand the smell, now I'm rolling the L. As for now, I'm gonna keep doing what I choose. Go with what I know, never taught to lose. Be aware of my surroundings, never taught to snooze. Always applaud the effort, never taught to boo. Give a lady what she's worth, nothing less, nothing more. Start out as sex, never wipe you up a whore, fuck pussy. Cause all I really want is your ears, and if the end is near, then hurry up and get here. Cause I'd have been through mad shit, battled mad clips, been through mad fits and ran through mad chicks. Now I'm trying to benefit and earn my credentials. Fuck mad life, I want my jet continental. Fuck Starburst, I want my suites presidential. Fuck making beats, I want a band for instrumental. It's detrimental that I become someone. I grew up in the slums, constant insufficient funds, sipping on some rum while crippling the lungs. Had the challenges to run, but I waited on the gun. Come on now. What is there a weekend to do? Debating to flip the script while out or stay true. Do what these dudes do. Turn hip hop to fake pop. Blow spots, rhyme about shit they don't got. And still remain hot. Overdose, think nah. Rather be on the low making noise on the block.
Ooh, bars. He's got bars. Yes, Overdose. CX, stand up, killing it. Is that the only one you're doing?
Yeah.
That was
I want everybody to go. I'm trying to hear Ray J. I saw she was on the extras, so keep it going, keep it flowing.
Thank you so much. Much love to you. Peace. Let them know about your bakery, man. You hear me? Can everybody hear me? I don't know.
Yeah, you live.
Okay. Monica Burger is up next. Well, anyway, Overdose has a bakery, Jada Sweets, and he delivers. So if you're in the Boogie Down Bronx and you want some of them goods, check them out. All right, Monica Burger, let's go. Yes, Jada Sweets is the name of the bakery.
Hi.
Hi, Monica.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. So good to see you.
Good to see you. You got some shoe game for me tonight?
I do. And I got my favorite shoe box.
Ooh. What you got? Wow.
My favorite color.
Yummy. Yes.
I'm stepping on stage properly.
I got my Dr. Scholl sandals.
Oh, shit. Oh, yes. Love them.
That's they come. All right. So what you gonna do
All right. Thank you. So I got all old shit, 2 pieces and an intro. All right. Not giving a shit, that's my zone. Not caring what others think, that's my zone. Trusting my inner guide, that's my zone. Not caring what the outside thinks, that's my zone. Not being politically correct, that's my zone. Being grateful, that's my zone. Knowing I have something to say, that's my zone. Being true to my core, that's my zone. I was roadblocked, but I was carbonated by Jah. Rooted, gritty. Sorry, I lost my page. One love, one God, whether you call it Source, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, the Way, the Most High, Jah, Rastafari, it's all the same consciousness. We are connected from and to whatever your belief, hold on to be true for you. It is your own personal understanding and connection and how you process through your consciousness. We do not have to explain, argue, try to convert. If your God is love, then it's the same. If your belief is laced with control, codependency, hate, bias, then it's false righteousness. Unfortunately, that is what some call word. I am spiritual. I have a religion of my own, a personal loving relationship with my maker, who I can call for any time and will always have my core. Shedding the conditioned skin through meditation. Revealing my true nature through all the layers of self-medication. Doing the best with my human nature, getting by with patience and perseverance to be reminded that I am worth it. We all are. It is okay. Hang on, pray and let go, rinse and repeat. We are spirit and drag being earth schooled so we can fly above our minds and be free from the restraints of our internalized psychology, breaking free from my comfortable conformity, losing the security blanket that allows me to self-soothe and stand on my own, learning to be pure off the chemicals, no sulfates in my hair, no caffeine in my blood, no alcohol in my system, no nicotine in my throat, feeling everything all the time, no numbing of any kind, experiencing Jekyll and Hyde in my mind, breathing, pausing, stopping my crazy thoughts. That's not me. Knowing my true nature will overcome my suffering. Check in, sit still, give thanks and praises, radiate love from within, throw fear up in the air and don't care what others think of me. It's all their reflections and projections. Don't give any mind or time by the crowd. Not on my dime. Walk tall, do the next right thing, moment by moment, just trying to get by, to live a meaningful life of enjoyment.
Yes. To you, Monica Berger.
Thank you. And I do have to say I'm drinking non-alcoholic beer. I did say no alcohol in my blood, so I didn't want to look like a hypocrite.
No, we
I love beer, but I'm allergic to it. So.
Well, thank you for sharing your love and your oneness with all of us. Much love.
Thank you.
All right. So now let's see. Let's go to Paul. Con queso. Unmute the queso man. Out in Jersey.
Jersey in the house, Jersey in the building.
Hey, what's good?
I'm just chilling, Bruja. How are you tonight?
Same. In less like a chill zone. Just trying not to stress.
Thursday vibes are my peace. I'm trying to maintain this, even though I went back to teaching. Like, I'm trying to keep all Mondays, Thursdays open and not let no extra work or nothing like get inside my zone of clarity. So hopefully I'll be able to keep up because it's not summer no more, you know?
Oh my goodness. You're brave. Go for
all right.
it.
All right. So I'm gonna pop off. This piece is, I guess, a more personal piece. It's called Bully. You're not gonna bully me. Dethread the strings tethering conscience to my human form. You're not going to bully me. Brutalize and neutralize all the pride I ever took architecting this identity. You are not going to bully me. Pull at me like Laffy Taffy laden decaying teeth, ripped from the nerve ending. I've endured several root canals, and each time I've grown more immune to the Novocaine. Funny how a life of pain will dull any sense of anesthetics, numbing sane. You're not going to bully me. Though you seem fully set on ending me relentlessly, rendering restless nights obsolete. My dream is simply not to dream and thus never wake up in cold sweat, conjuring something ominous face to face with this monster, blood dripping from lip, acrid as battery acid, bile rising from ducts. Feels like time is up. Tick, tick, flush, the ground running from under me, sustenance funneling. You're not gonna bully me. Steal my lunch money, tug of war, push and pull at my sanity till it tears at seams. You're not gonna sully me. Matador and the bull in heat. When he sees red, You better Pamplona run, goring limbs to dismember these limbic system memories pre-trampling. It says I'm its property, possessive like apostrophe. You belong to me, only not mockingly. It sets the tone glancingly, makes advances playful but sexual like reggaeton. Dile que tú eres mía, mía, tú sabes que eres mía, mía, tú mismo lo decías. Cuando yo te lo hacía, yeah, yeah, dile que tú eres mía, mía, tú sabes que eres mía, mía, tú misma lo decías. Cuando yo te lo hacía, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not gonna bully me, Mia. I'm a curative creature. I crave intimacy into me. You see, why can't you see you're hurting me, Mia? You're not gonna bully me. Full face down in toilet seat to swirling me, pulling down to knees to praise and worship your dominion over me, forcing yourself inside my cheeks, into throat, down it goes, S&M binding me to bedpost, seducing me. Fluidly see, you cannot leave this orgy of isolation and tortured regret. Organ donor, how I give up each part of me to feed your needs voluntarily, or so I believe. Abusive partners leave no one to run to. But then it becomes cyclical. These serpentine, sertraline capsules form a halo around me like an Ouroboros circling, intent on devouring the boy in me, learning we have long been the monster dormant, pleading to be released, longing to rage hard enough to break every gear in the self-mutilating machinery, snapping to free this imprisoned boy coy enough to wager bets on his ability to outlast a cat and mouse game of chicken with me, myself, and death, where there is no winning. You're not gonna bully me, Mia. Bully me, bully Mia, bulimia. Turns out this entire time, the only one that's been bullying me is me. And bulimia has always been both my tormentor and closest friend, deep throat hand holding me, wrapping wrists with the devil, for which I advocate, perched on left clavicle as if to say, welcome to hell. We have been expecting you.
Ooh! Wow. Fire, Paul con queso. Wow.
So yeah, I'm gonna plug the magazine again. If you have not bought I Can't Breathe magazine, it's a social justice literary magazine that I put together with a lot of my friends, students, alumni from the college I teach at. Brujas published in there, Withdrawn's published in there, Ray Jane's published in there, Teza Zolmak's, just a bunch of people. You can follow me on IG and go to my link tree there at Paul con queso. That's on IG and Venmo, and I appreciate you guys always for the platform.
Love you, Bruja. Oh, thank you so much, killing it. Speaking that truth too. Oh my God, imagine you had Paul con queso as a teacher. Yo, you'd get schooled. Brian Franco, let's go. Unmute Brian Franco. Brian Franco be texting me when he can't get on the list. Shameless. Right, Brian? Generalissimo, let's go.
There we go.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. I just want to tell you that you mentioned your thing on Deaf Poetry Jam, and I found it under your name, Caridad de la Luz Deaf Poetry Jam. And if anybody wants to blow their mind so that they're picking their brains up off the floor, find that, watch it, and get your mind blown. Okay, sorry for talking about you that way, but
love it. Thank you.
Okay, I have 3 smaller pieces, so bear with me. Boom. Where are they? The first 2 are brand new. The first is called We're Better Off Capping Our Teeth with Gold Instead of Our Japanese Teacups. Once upon a time, I accidentally stepped in some deep mud. My left foot lifted from its shoe into the air. The foot and sock were dry, but the shoe was a sunken rowboat filled with muddiness. I dug the shoe from the muck and mire, took it home, carefully cleaned away the yuck that inundated it inside and out. It never truly matched its mate again. It never fit the same again. Deja vu, O.J. Simpson's glove. It was not a cracked Japanese teacup with a crack filled with liquid gold. It was permanently damaged goods. It had become a literal metaphor for my life. Then again, many of my favorite people openly identified themselves as damaged goods. They realized they don't need to be repaired because their damage has allowed the best of who they are to surface. The gift of damage would be ruined by an infusion of liquid gold or even super glue. So when I slip into my old shoes that are neither matched nor mismatched, I'm not sure which one feels a little uncomfortable to its foot. Thank you. Poem number 2. It's called It Takes a Special Kind of Kleenex to Clean Dystopian Tears. Reality blends into dystopia as its eyes bleed dollar bills that burn when they touch cheeks. Facial skin becomes leathery, not cracked, but just hard enough to still be pleasant to touch, what people in the antique biz called weathered, conditioned with exotic plant and animal oils that cost more than a not so dystopian meal. And finally, this last piece has a very long title, so bear with me. So here it goes. As published in the Journal of Incoherent Blather, July 2013, the University of Phoenix, a division of Princeton University, a dissertation toward a PhD in bullshitology, the causation of the facilitation of desperation, a no-nonsense, senseless sentence that makes no sense. The problem or trouble with indisputable, irrefutable, immutable, and commutable mutations of mutual manipulations of incantations and lamentations of those with fixations of animals in various stages of gestation and impregnation, staging underwater birthing stations for creation of sensation, of relaxation and exhibition, of inhibition, of cessation, of automation within limitations, of instantaneous, subcutaneous, preparation for exploration, of animation, of magnification, of stagnation, castration, and rationalization of the imagination is the expiration and or irritation of imitation explanations of blatant fabrications. Gracias, everyone.
Ooh, blatant fabrications, generalissimo. Brian Franco, thank you so much. I have a couple of Asian poems too that just I love it. I wanted to shout out Christina Johnson Conley for sending me money on my PayPal. Thank you. And Angel Masuko for asking. I'm going to put my Venmo and my PayPal there. If anybody else wants to send me money, I love you. Venmo, LaBruja NYC, PayPal.me. Now let's go to Coco. Let's see what's good with Coco. It's been a minute. Where's my Coco? ¿Dónde Coco? Quiero Coco. Cocotazo. Pa mi Coco. Where's Coco at? Unmute Coco, por favor. Go, please. Step up with Coco, baby. Is Coco here? What's good?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You still in Hawaii?
Yeah.
You, lucky you. You sound a little low though.
Sound low?
Yeah. Get a little closer. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. What's good, Coco? What you gonna do for us today?
Can you hear me now?
Still a little bit low. Is it just me? Everybody, she's good. You hear her?
Hello. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Okay, let's everybody be real quiet for Coco.
Okay, I got 2 older poems to share with you guys. The first one I wrote about a girl I matched with on Tinder. It's called Internet Girl. Okay. Internet girl, I want to get to know you. Like why your hair blue? If I had some Bitcoins, I'd spend them on you. Internet girl, you're all zeros and ones. We cross cyberspaces. I don't want to erase it. Pixels and faces, come over to my place and we could feel real, like the sun, the rain and the wind. Skin. Thank you, that's the first one. And the second one, I wrote after my first psychedelic trip, and it's called Grace. Papyrus harvesting gypsy woman enters the little blue spot. There's grass here with raindrops, dew, glistening every layer through. Crisscrossing grass, pockets of space, air so vast, so in, so close I can feel it. Ground so good I can breathe it. Dance with me, mossy tree, with your cinnamon leaves and that trunk up against me, just bopping to the beat, roots deep, vibing with me. Oh man, pointy bent plant leaves, my knees can do that too, you see. Music stops. Opening in the bush calls to me, plant family with puffy heads, something they can show me. There's mushy, rich dirt in here. Goddamn, my toes sink in it. And in this place with so much space, the puffy head plants bow down to a cleared out circle of their kind left dying to the ground. What happened here, I ask. I lean in and bow down too. You are always in a spot that's blue. Back on the grass, I cry and laugh and feel things are true. Under the sky all the time, colors passing through. A machete man walks. Wild poly dogs bark. Teenage chickens close and trusting. Everything and nothing. There's space for you. Space for me. Space for pain that's rolling. Space for love that's holding. Space for words and silence. Space for peace and violence. I can go far in or so far out. Walk down moonlit roads with grayscale tones. A glow-in-the-dark stone. Space rock or plastic. Either way, I'm ecstatic to be here with you, where everything's new. To feel these feelings and know I'm not dreaming. To just be a being in infinite waves. You are always. Thank you.
Woo! Coco took us on a trip to the middle of the earth and back. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for that. It's so good to see you back.
You too. I missed you all.
Yes, missed that whole vibe. Much love to you, sweetheart. Mwah. Yes. Tell internet girl to holla. All right, let's go. Let's go. Now, let's see, who do we have next? I went into a zone with that one, and now I don't even know who's next. Let's unmute. Let's unmute. Vernita. Okay. Let's go with Vernita Bostic. Last week, she told us how she really felt about kids.
You said what?
How you really felt about them kids.
Always got to be honest. Hey guys, so I'm sure I'm not the only person that had a birthday in quarantine. I actually turned 41 at the end of April. Yeah, so I knew that getting older would change, but I didn't know that my energy level would change, especially because I don't have any kids. And I'm really starting to notice it when my friends like ask me to go out, because like when I was in my 20s, my friends would ask me to go places. I would hop in the shower, get dressed and go, no questions asked. Now, when they ask me to do stuff, I got to think about that shit for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like my girlfriend several months ago, she asked me to go see Bad Boys 3. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, I haven't seen her in a minute. It'd be nice to hook up with her. So I said, what time does the movie start? She said 10. At night? I'm like, no, wait a minute. No, that's a little too late. I was like, you know, my bedtime's at 9 o'clock. Okay. I get home at 4. I got to take a nap from 5 to 6. You know, you just can't be springing no 10 o'clock out on me at the last minute. You know what I mean? You got to at least give me 2 weeks notice, you know? And I really wanted to go. I really thought about it. I really, really did. And eventually I was like, you know what, bitch, you're just going to have to go by yourself. I'm not going to make this one. I'm not going to make it. You know, that's how I feel. I actually love getting older. The thing that I realized about getting older, or for me, is the older I get, the less fucks I give. I don't know about anybody else, but that's why I have to kind of stay off of social media, like commenting on social media, because I don't feel like I'm going to offend people with my brutal honesty. I was on there earlier today and I saw a post that had 3 dashes at the top. Right underneath it, it had 3 words to your 17-year-old self. And I was like, this is interesting. So I posted a comment and then I looked at everybody else's and they had stuff like, you know, don't ever quit. You are beautiful. I'm worth it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. But then I just thought like, damn, maybe I should have read the comments before I responded, because my 3 words to my 17-year-old self was have the baby. I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't belong on this post. Let me go ahead and delete this. You know what, matter of fact, let me go ahead and just get off of social media. They got Bad Boys on HBO now, so let me just do something else. Let me find something else for myself to do. I'm actually okay with not having any kids because I'm an educator, so I have a lot of students and they are all considered my children. I love them. But what I'm realizing is that these kids nowadays, they have it too easy. Too easy. Like a lot of them are walking around with these $1,000 computers in their pocket and have the nerve to come home and tell their parents they lost their iPhone. Like, no, you didn't lose an iPhone. That's $1,000. That's a mortgage. Okay, no, you lost the house. That's what you did. You lost the house because of your irresponsibility. Like, that's what happened. It's crazy. And then they got a nerve to have like find my iPhone, like find my iPhone app. I don't need that. I'm a responsible adult. I don't need that. Like I need an app to help me locate things that I usually can't find, like my car keys, my remote control to like my TV, and my G spot. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't been able to find that shit since 1998. So I'm just saying, if you can come up with an app like that, then maybe I'll really buy into this whole technology thing. But I'm really realizing it as I work in the high school. I'm around these kids and they have it so easy. Like back in the day, if y'all remember, like we played contact sports in gym, right? We had dodgeball, we had kickball. I walked into the gym the other day and these niggas was playing ultimate frisbee. I'm like, that's soft ass game. You're not even doing anything. But even nowadays, in order for them to get a grade in phys ed, all they have to do is participate. That's it. It wasn't like that back in the day. I don't know about y'all. I'm in Jersey. We used to have this thing called field day. That was a day where you did a series of events. You know what I'm saying? And they picked the best athletic female and male. You had long jump. You ran a track for a mile. You climbed that raggedy ass rope hanging from the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? In order to get an A back in the day, you had to draw blood, sprain an ankle, or break a bone. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, I'm done. Thank you. I'm Bernita.
Yes, Bernita, breaking bones in gym class. That's hardcore. That's hard body shit. I feel you on that. We had to do the chicken dance and shit. I don't know why the gym teacher made us do the chicken song dance. I was like, what the fuck? Where are we? But anyway, thank you, Bernita.
Thank you.
You uplifted Angel's mood with your jokes and your honesty. I'm sorry, I'm over here eating cereal all like, yes, Vernita. I'm learning all about Vernita. Oh shit. I was like that with Coco too. I was like, what? Internet girl. All right. So let's see who we got going up next. Let's go with Elise. Let's unmute Elise and then Crystal if Crystal's around, and then Lewis and then Nick.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Elise.
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, cool. All right, I got some new shit for y'all tonight.
New shit? Go for it.
This is called...
Oh, wait, I muted you by accident instead of myself. Wait, unmute her. I got excited for the new shit. Damn, that was some new shit. I never did that before. Okay, I shall mute myself now.
Greek gods tell me it's okay, I have not moved away yet. Persephone knew how to work with what she'd been given. Made a crown out of pomegranate seeds, knew one day she'd get to leave. Everyone has left me, moved on with the spring. Winter comes with death weeds. I envy Eurydice. Someone looked back. Someone loved her enough to climb through hell and turn back. One day I will find my wings, like Hermes tied at my feet. I will not be brought down by my Achilles. I will learn I am not Atlas, bound to hold the world up. I am not destined like Charon to chart these dark and darker depths. I have my own lightning. And Prometheus once showed me the fire I hold within my belly. One day I'll have gathered, I'm more Olympus than the mountain, more Hera than some mortal wife, more clever than Athena. I'll be able to live on my own. Yes, one day I will live, like every goddess with a temple, like every good goddamn, uttered when I walk past them, all the men, everyone who forgot the golden wars were waged for women. Demeter cut every flowering head from all the stems, waiting for the return of her daughter. I am not as spiteful. I am victorious like Nike. This is my revival. I will cultivate a kingdom with all the dust left behind. You will come back to this city one day. You will know I survived. Thank you.
Woo! Elise. Thank you, Elise, for that new shit.
Thanks,
Everybody's
guys.
dropping the beat tonight. I have made a mistake. I accidentally omitted Critica from the list, and she was actually before Crystal. So let's go to Critica. I am sorry about that. Critica, but I learned how to say your name. Last week I was saying Critica. Ahora tú me puedes criticar a mí for taking your name off the list accidentally. Yes, let's do this. Critica. Please unmute Critica, and then we'll see what's good with Crystal, Lewis, and let's see. Is Chris Lally? Yeah, Chris Lally's here. Lewis is here. Hi. Sorry about that, Critica.
You're right. You did get my name right.
One thing. I got one thing going.
It's been so amazing tonight.
What are you gonna do for us? What are you gonna sing?
I was hoping to play an original tonight that I actually haven't sung in a while. Full disclosure, I'm looking at the lyrics on the screen, so if you see me scrolling.
You're gonna play guitar and scroll? Go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I'll see how that works out. But yeah, this one is called Does It? I wrote it in a pretty kind of cynical state of mind. This is a song that kind of questions anything that lasts and the idea of staying in a relationship for the sake of staying. This thing hates me. I'm sorry, I had it tuned the entire time. Sorry about that.
Cartooning shit.
She had it tuned for an hour, so I'd say, you I see you up and lost without our love. Why didn't you give it to her? While she was there, while she was there, while she was there. Does unconditional exist? I never believed in us. I don't wanna leave these four walls around me now, 'cause I'm a prisoner to a habit we call love. Does unconditional exist? I see it growing thorns, I see it argue every day. How should we give in? I see it growing new thorns, I see it fall every day. It's forever just an urban myth. Used to see you training cars, now I see through black and white. You're the spark to my flame, now it's no longer light. Please tell me your rosy truth. Now you can't leave these walls around us now, 'cause you're a prisoner to a habit we call love. I see you up and lost without her love. Why didn't you give it to her while she was there? While she was there. That was called Desert.
Woo! Critica, why? She was there. Why didn't he give it to her?
It's like one of my most cynical songs for sure.
That was one of your most what?
One most cynical songs for sure.
Cynical. Oh my God, but it was so beautiful. Everybody just loves it. And I loved it too. Is it recorded? Do you have it?
Yes, I do.
Let everybody know, because if not, the withdrawing is gonna jump out the window.
I'll drop the link on. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. I'll drop a link in the chat. Thank you. Thanks for
Well,
having
say
me.
it out loud, because there's some people watching on Facebook and watching
Oh, okay.
on YouTube and they don't know.
Sure. My handle is Kritika Sings on Instagram and Facebook. That's spelled Krittika Sings SINGS.
All right. Thank you, Critica. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, now let's go to Chris Lally. Sorry about something, because I get the list and then I transcribe it, and then sometimes I make mistakes. I am LaBruja, but I am human. Chris Lally, let's go. All the way in Chicago, bilingüe, profunda, con mucho amor.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. Nothing in Spanish. Now you got me wondering. Nothing in Spanish this week. So
Oh, that's
sorry.
okay. That's all right.
It is a translated piece and then a part 2 of one that I read last time. Unfortunately, a part 2 of one that I read last time. So I'll start with the translated. Okay, it's one word in Spanish. Hermana. Sister said, I'll be back, but never came back. I keep faith, but let go of hope. I eclipse the end of the page. Still your absence fills the blank space. Anxiety, anxiety. I lift your name and wrap myself in red. They say east to west, the eclipse's blade cuts amniotic fluids. But barely do I ponder the fetus fermenting within me. Vast, void, hollow, I lift another prayer. Hermana. One night you went with him, told me be right back. I do not care about the sun or the moon anymore. Seized or seduced, love story or abuse, sister, lost.
Woof. Giving me chills. Aich.
And then this is the part 2. I don't know if folks remember the and so in 1 week from a couple weeks ago, but there's been a part 2. And so in 1 week, another was shot by another. One brown, one blue, and so in 1 week, the city held its breath only to weep. And so in 1 week, the fire turned liquid, song all we have to lift. And so in 1 week, bare feet and drum beats blessed where blood was shed. And so in 1 week, we add another name, just as every week we add another name. And so in 1 week, we repeat how many more names. This is arson. And so in 1 week, we scrub the streets where police say he deserved to die. Now bleached, the sidewalk never cleaner than now. And so in 1 week, we place vases and candles, ofrendas de agua and fire. And so in 1 week, we return to the elemental until we are all free. And so.
Chris Lally, giving me chills, girl. Thank you so much. In one
Thank you.
movie.
And everyone else gave me chills, so just vibing off of you all.
Thank you, sweetheart. Much love to you. Fuerza, pa'lante. Okay, let's go and talk to Louis Babong. How you doing, Louis? Let's unmute him. I see that. I don't know if Deneen is in the room or Sophia, number 24 and 25. If you are, chat me up if you're under an alias. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, Louis Babong,
Hey,
how
come
are
on,
you?
huh? Hey, I'm good. I'm good. How you holding up?
Doing good. Excited to see you again.
Yes, it's good to see you too. You know, this definitely the New York brings me so much joy. Everybody's so talented. I got two pieces that I want to read tonight. The first piece is entitled "Her Pain." It's for Tashana Ward. She's a 25-year-old Black woman who went into the emergency room for a heart condition, but they didn't believe her pain, so she ended up passing away. This piece is called "Her Pain." They do not hear how much it hurts. The silent howl of the hostile heartbeat pounding bones in chest, the beat. To be both alive and on fire, both hero and monster, savior and captor, body held captive by what they do not see. Hear how much it costs to be a Black girl in agony. To see the dollar of her hurt as loose change, pennies hidden in the pockets of perception, her ache made a sad thing. But not one believed as such, so much her body has learned to keep to itself, to hurt soft, and hold up under the weight of what hurts too much. Sad, and for Christ's sake be meek, and drag back the pain to its rightful place, tamed under the flame for the sake of the burning. Black girls have learned early how to set themselves on fire, to be embers, daughters keeping others warm with the kindness of their kindling while many hands shift quickly, teasing out the heat from the blaze. Taught not to believe her own pain, that it's okay to be everything and nothing the same, thrown away the body for the sake of higher things, the kingdom, God's grace, everything. Told she should not hurt or pain come from strong lineage of other women who suffered worse things, implant grit, and teeth and stiff upper lip, backbone straight, strong of stone, iron, and nose to grindstone, absorbing the hits. Yet how much can a body take before it quits? Before it becomes the business of everything it has experienced, they wish her silent, her silence the product of their disbelief. How can they believe it when she doesn't believe it, her grief? And even if she does believe it, will this world ever deem her worthy of help? I wonder, how does a Black girl ask for help and be believed to need it just as well?
Woo!
That's my first piece. My next piece, for the sake of this piece, I've been thinking about being a gold digger, you know, because honestly, like I've been thinking about my last relationships and I'm tired of being left with bad memories, no money, and STDs. So basically, this piece reflects that. It's called Gold Digger, Love Winner. I've dealt with too many men who didn't have anything, not one red cent. And because they didn't have anything, they had nothing to give. I've learned that sometimes possessions are symbols of readiness, how capable one is of loving someone else. Sometimes things are indicative of other meanings, meaning someone who gives you diamonds has made an investment, has said, I see forever in your eyes, translates in the language of carrots. And even if by chance it does end, like most sentiments and other shit, at least you have something nice to look at, something to help you with your rent. Because the difference between being a rich heart and one well spent is with one you can cry in Dubai and the other on Section 8.
Ooh, the realness. Thank you, Louis. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wish you abundance and abundance of just wellness and love and authenticity and I'm looking for those things too.
I send that right back. Thank you.
All right. Louis Babon giving you the truth. I love all you truth speakers and just the realness is so refreshing. So because Deneen doesn't want to perform tonight and Sophia doesn't seem to be in the chat, we're going to end off with Ray Jane. But before we go to Ray Jane, let's hear from Nick Paleologos. Let's unmute Nick and then Ray Jane.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing well. How's everyone doing? Everybody good?
We're here. We're here. And we're here for it. Here to hear you.
All right. So I have one piece. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we'll see. And if it doesn't go over 4, then I'll do one more. But this one is called Money Mentality. Nas said, "The world is yours." Wu-Tang said, "Cash rules everything around me." Cash runs every adverse maniac, covering, remembering every advantageous maestro. Cash does rule everything around me, around you, around us. Credit ruins everyone and maliciously massacres every woman and man's dreams, and we hurt ourselves for a better life like masochists on Pornhub. People, we are the grim side of life, fucked up at every turn, trying to heal up before we receive another burn. They don't care about you or I. Next month's payment, minimum payment. Better warm those ramen noodles up. No water from the tap. No way to navigate through this roadmap. The worst part is we keep giving more money to those that don't need more. It's a small price to pay, but the world is yours. That world isn't yours. The wealthy inhibited your world and mine as well. Cash does rule everything around me, around you, around us. And we are suffering Stockholm syndrome just to sink slower into the surface, holding off the casket lowering in stances defensive. Even death's release is expensive. Without question, money plus objectivism equals the square root of evil. And it's so hard to quit it without a way to solve it, without an upheaval. That's the first one right there. I don't know if I have time for the second one.
I think you do. Go for it.
All right. So this one, it's a second Kobe tribute piece. This one's called 24-8. 24 on the shot clock, step back, fade away, at the buzzer. Crowd went insane. It's only memories. Only one word said now and remembering. Kobe.
All right, Nick. Thank you for that tribute to King Kobe in the sky, and for your poetry. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here. Everyone here was amazing. On Instagram, I am at the real Nick P. There is some frauds running around, so if you find any frauds running around, you guys ought to let me know about this. I can't keep track of everything, but I'll also drop my Instagram handle in the chat too as well for everyone. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Coolness. People be fronting, open up pages. Let's go now to Queen Ray Jane for the closing.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
Chilling. Good to see you.
Good to see y'all. Missed y'all.
Missed you too. Thank you for tuning into that Latin hip hop that I did with the ladies and stuff. I know that it was very Spanish heavy. You loved it?
But it was beautiful though. It was beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Queen. So what you gonna do for us tonight?
All right, so I got some new shit.
Ooh, new shit.
New shit. I'll just get into it. It's called The Garden of Eve. Here, baby, have an apple, but don't choke. Don't let my promise get stuck in your throat. I'm yours. Consume freely. Every flower blooming is meant to be sniffed. My white lines elevate the soul, they intoxicate, so be careful. If awareness even matters to you, otherwise feel free to run arms wide in my fields. Inhale my lavender, pick a piece of me, knowing that whatever you sever will die. If unrooted from me, best that you stay close. Stay till seeds turn soil to tomb, to womb, till harvest, till your sun becomes my moon. I've got acres of love, baby. Ain't no droughts. Rain is expected. No growth goes neglected, even when the garden gets hectic. Overrun with visitors won't. Don't worry. I prune often. I weed. I remove. Unafraid of losses, 'cause I only haul produce. My creations out in the open, they loose, they wild. Have a flower, baby. Put your face in my lilies, you no need to pad expectations, stay sweet. Pests dare not take up residence, too busy taking heed. This ass, stubborn but efficient, requires coaxing along the way to get going. Once moving will work all day. You see, this garden is free from snakes. I cement the fakes, I Medusa, but no one mistakes this crown for deceit. She, Elsa, and her wilter, both my peonies and them phonies freeze. These fertile lands are sacred, unspoiled by tradition and the erasure of femininity. It thrives, can only be complete in softened identity, telling no untruths about its roots, unashamed of the curves and dips, the obvious necessity of hips to carry some plagues, to rebirth you from predation, from hardship. Come sip at the dew as it slips, as it drips like just right peach off of bottom lip. Drunk with this natural sugar, you frolic. Allow yourself to skip, imagining what it must be like to live in this. Begin to make up reasons to revisit, to return this place feeling foreign, except its sun seems to know your face. Its heels seem to slide when you land. Its water come and go as on your command. Even the trolls under its bridges wave your fee, claiming that they know you, exclaiming your sovereignty. The hammocks that hang sway in her wind, and you swear it whispers your name. Your unpopular opinions die swinging in her poplar trees. You squint eyes, thinking things uncanny. Fat now, slowed significantly, instincts blunted, wondering why I ain't perplexed. Concerned, but enjoying kisses biting at your neck, and now I'm set. 'Cause you confused me for apple tree, how quickly you forget. My name ain't even Eve, it's Venus. And of course my trap remembers you. All you flies move the same, all them eyes and still banging up against my glass, unaware that other side of me is not outside. In here, escape is rare, and you already made fatal mistake trading in your wings at my gate, believing less in your own ascension than you did in fate. Conned into thinking I had faith enough for both of us, and failing to ask what bound me. Walked around with your pollen in your pants. Too tired to grow me, but let me watch you dance. Drunk off my honey, now you feeling funny, calling me a bruja, claiming you've been hexed. Taking no responsibility for your gluttony, foolishly thinking you were king, when instead you were just next. Thank you.
Oh, Queen Ray Jane, y'all. Woo! Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Venus. Yes, Eve. Yes, Bruja. Trap those flies. Let them know. You were all flies to me. That shit was dope.
Thank you. Thank you for the safe space as always. It's a pleasure to be here with you, sharing with you, loving on you, and receiving your love in return. If you would like to hear any more from me, you could go to itsrayjane.com or follow me on Instagram at 3_4 THS clairvoyant, CLRVYNT, and I'll put that in the chat.
You know a poem is dope when you wish you wrote it. Thank you, Queen. Woo!
That's big, bro. Thank you. Ay,
I'll speak it how I see it, girl.
girl.
Like, you made me go into my journal. I was like, because I had a little deep little feeling, and I'm gonna leave everybody with this. Love you, Queen. This was just this little thought that I wrote to myself, and this is self-love boundaries. I get it. I'm hurting the people I love by not letting the people I love hurt me. Stay safe, stay loved, love yourself if you have to, even if you're the only one who knows how to do it right until you find the one. You are the one. Good night, everybody. Much love to you. See you next week. You are all fabulous. Let everyone know Thursday nights with La Bruja, New Yorican Poets Cafe open mic. We know how to do this shit right. Peace. Everybody was crazy.